She's crying. She's crying already. Look at these precious little things. We become more aware about veterans and suicide. 22 lives are lost each day, and often it comes back to post-traumatic stress disorder.
There is a program that uses dogs like these to provide hope to veterans and their families. It leads to empowerment and ultimately regaining control.
And Bahesha Doan is with this able veteran.
Yes.
Good morning, Bahesha.
Hi, it's really
And
great to meet you.
It is nice to meet you, and I think she doesn't like the bright lights.
Oh,
She's
is that
scared
the
of the lights.
problem?
It's the lights.
Just a shy pup.
Oh, who do we have here, Bahesha? Tell us about these dogs.
Well, what we have here are 3 superbly bred, wonderful little puppies from Kashmir Goldens in Omaha, and they will be coming to work for this able veteran as we develop them for work in our organization as we train them for veterans living with post-traumatic stress.
Bahesha, you have a way with dogs because both Mary and my dogs
Well,
are
you
crying.
let me know if you want to trade.
No. Can we talk about the difference between a service dog and an emotional support dog?
Yes. Service dogs are actually, they are trained to do something for an individual that the individual cannot do for themselves.
Give us some examples.
Well, in the case of these puppies will be trained for anxiety alerts, nightmare interruption, and to help the veteran to recognize when anxiety begins to rise.
And you can train them to do all of that.
We do.
How do you train them though to do, to be so sensitive?
Well, one of the first things we do with puppies this age is we teach them to learn how to learn. But once they learn that, we begin to teach them how to recognize, let's say, knee bouncing or nightmares. As the nightmares begin to occur, the dogs awaken the veteran early in the process, yes.
And interrupt the nightmare?
And interrupt the nightmare before it gets too far. And that is something that helps the veteran be comfortable with going back to sleep. Sometimes our veterans don't want to go to sleep because they know they're going to be reliving some of the worst moments of their life.
Is this part of the trauma resiliency program?
The dogs training is the nightmare interruption and the anxiety alerts, but the trauma resilience program is the aspect that the veteran goes through in learning how to bounce back, how to cope with their trauma.
What do you look for in a veteran? Who do you think is a good candidate?
Well, what we look for in veterans is what we coined readiness for change.
Okay.
An individual can hate the way that they're living and the way they feel, but not necessarily be ready to change it. But when the veteran says, not another minute of another hour of another day am I going to do this, when they're at that point, they're ready for our program.
Yeah. How about the dogs, the service dogs? What
Can
makes
they be
a good...
talkative? No,
Well, and these are, but what makes a good candidate for a service dog?
One of the things we look for is low reactivity, low arousal. We want puppies that are going to be able to be peaceful and stay peaceful throughout their life. Service dog puppies tend to have a trait called neoteny, and that means they take the traits of a juvenile and they carry that all the way through adulthood, which pretty much defines my ex-husband, but I digress.
That was a good line, Bahesha.
Nice.
So for our viewers, hey baby. So for our viewers who are watching now, maybe they know a service member, maybe they want to look into the program, maybe they just believe in what you're doing and they want to support it. What do you say about involvement for people who are compelled?
Well, you know, for those who love veterans and are committed to helping these veterans truly come home and survive the experience of post-traumatic stress, I would say get involved with This Able Veteran. This Able Veteran is the only program in the nation that has the duality of the service dog and the trauma resilience aspect. And with both of those together,
Do not lean back, Mary. Do
you
not
got
lean
it.
back.
I understand. Keep going, Bahesha.
well, the duality of the program is what makes This Able Veteran unique in the nation.
When veterans complete the program, do you stay in contact with them?
We do.
How much follow-up do you do with them?
We stay very close in contact. We want to hear how they're doing, how they're progressing, how their lives are coming back together, how they're fitting into their workplace or school again. Sometimes they haven't been able to go to school and they're able to go back. We want to hear about all of that and continue to support them in that.
So how long does the training take? Because these guys, they haven't started training yet. They've been earmarked, essentially,
we
for
met
the
them
program.
today,
right?
actually. We met them today.
So what will they experience? And then how long is the program for the dogs and the veterans to form their bond and get to know each other once the dogs are ready?
Well, the dogs go through training for about a year to a year and a half to get them ready. We custom train each dog for the veteran.
Wow.
So these puppies are puppies now, but they'll be adults when they finally meet their veteran, and our program is for veterans all over the United States.
And then 3 weeks, I read?
The veterans come in and stay on our campus for 3 weeks, and during that time is when they really learn how to become resilient to the traumas that have so set them off.
This is a really fantastic program.
Thank you.
And I'm glad
It's
we're
work
shining
worth
a spotlight.
doing.
Yeah, I'm glad we're shining a spotlight on it. But what do you want our viewers to do? Is there anything that they can do if they're touched by this program as well?
Well, certainly everything that we do is fueled by donations. So the more people believe in what we're doing, donating, being able to donate their skills, miles, points, stocks, all of those things are very helpful to keep the organization going. We want to help many more veterans, and we can do that with more support.
The dog you're holding, he's been donated?
Yes,
Or
we have purchased
he's
two,
covered.
and Kashmir Goldens has donated one.
we want to send our viewers to your website, and so please look at this. Of course, we have Offit here, but we have such awesome viewers, and we know you at home. You understand why this is important. So it's thisableveteran.org to help get more dogs like these in
And
the
this
homes
guy,
of
to keep
veterans.
this guy happy, I let him do a little roaming
No.
on his own.
He's going to do a little
Baby.
investigating.
He's
You are
sniffing
so
around.
precious.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Really
us.
great to have you
Thank
here.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming.
it.
Well,